Welcome to our journey through the life and philosophy of one of ancient India's most intriguing thinkers. Today, we delve into the biography of Charvak, a philosopher who challenged the norms of his time. Before start, if you are new in this channel, please subscribe the channel for more informative videos. Let's start the video. Born around 600 BCE, Charvak, also known as Lokayata, was a bold and controversial figure in the history of Indian philosophy. His ideas, grounded in materialism and atheism, were so radical that they continue to spark debates even today. Charvak, also known as Lokayata, was a bold and controversial figure in the history of Indian philosophy. Born around 600 BCE, Charvak was a philosopher and scholar who is often credited with founding the Charvaka school of thought. His journey began in the vibrant world of ancient India, a melting pot of diverse cultures and philosophies. Yet amidst the spiritual and religious traditions of the time, Charvak chose a different path. He embraced materialism, asserting that only the tangible, the perceivable, truly existed. This belief was a bold departure from the prevalent ideologies of his era, which often centered around the ethereal and the divine. But Charvak didn't stop there. He took his philosophy a step further, declaring himself an atheist, a stance that was as controversial as it was revolutionary. Refuting the existence of an afterlife and the concept of karma, he championed the pursuit of worldly pleasures and tangible experiences, and thus he was a staunch materialist and atheist. In Charvak's time, India was a land of diverse philosophical traditions, many of which were deeply rooted in spirituality and religious beliefs. Charvak, however, went against the grain. He was a revolutionary, challenging the accepted norms with his audacious thoughts and ideas. Charvak was not one to mince words. He famously expressed his philosophy of life in a Sanskrit verse that translates to "Live happily as long as you live. Borrow money to enjoy ghee." This was not a call for reckless living, but rather an endorsement of enjoying life in the here and now, without undue concern for the future or the afterlife. Charvak's philosophy was grounded in materialism and realism. He asserted that only what we can perceive through our senses is real. Everything else, including metaphysical concepts such as the soul and the afterlife, were, in his view, mere figments of imagination. Furthermore, he rejected the prevailing concepts of karma and reincarnation. He questioned the belief in a cosmic justice system, arguing instead for the primacy of human agency and the tangible world. This revolutionary philosophy of Charvak, which revolved around materialism, atheism, and hedonism, was a direct challenge to the spiritual and religious norms of his time. It sparked intense debates and discussions that continue to this day. Charvak's philosophy revolved around the idea that only what we can perceive through our senses is real. He rejected the existence of an afterlife, the soul, and the concept of karma. Charvak's ideas challenged the religious orthodoxy of his time. Many revered scholars engaged in debates with him, leading to intellectual clashes and a diversity of thought. This was a period of profound exploration and questioning, where the fabric of long-held beliefs was unpicked and examined under the lens of Charvak's radical philosophy. While there were those who vehemently disagreed with Charvak, there were also those who found resonance in his ideas. The Charvaka school of thought attracted followers who sought a worldview grounded in tangible reality rather than abstract spiritual concepts. It was a philosophy for those who believed in the pursuit of material happiness in this life, rather than the promise of bliss in an afterlife. Charvak's philosophy didn't just stop with his death. His ideas, like seeds scattered in the wind, found fertile ground in the minds of thinkers and philosophers in the centuries that followed. They gave rise to heated debates, influenced the course of philosophical thought, and contributed to the rich tapestry of intellectual traditions in India. Even today, Charvak's influence can be seen in the arguments of modern atheists and materialists who challenge the existence of a spiritual realm and advocate for the primacy of sensory perception and empirical evidence. His ideas continue to provoke thought and challenge the status quo, encouraging us to question, to seek, and to understand. His legacy is not just his philosophy, but the spirit of curiosity, inquiry, and skepticism that he embodied. He taught us to question, to not accept anything at face value, and to always seek the truth based on our own experiences and perceptions. In this way, Charvak's legacy goes beyond his life, his ideas, and his philosophy. It is a legacy of thought, of questioning, of seeking, and of understanding. It is a legacy that continues to shape the discourse on philosophy, spirituality, and life itself. Charvak's legacy lives on through his influence on later philosophers and the ongoing debates about atheism and materialism in India and beyond. In this video, we've explored the biography of Charvak, a philosopher who challenged the spiritual and religious norms of his time. We've traced his journey from his birth around 600 BCE to his revolutionary ideas that sparked intellectual clashes and to the legacy he left behind. His materialistic and hedonistic philosophy continues to inspire debates and discussions even today. We hope you've enjoyed this journey through the life and philosophy of Charvak. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content.